All right, all right. How's it going? I'm back with another video. Unlike all my other videos, I'm here just to give a review of a company or a product that I've used. In this case, Peruwayna Escuela, Peruwayna Escuela de Español, see, in Miraflores, Lima, Peru. Just like all my other videos, this is no bias. This is unedited, unfiltered, one take. I'm not being sponsored by the school. They're not paying me. This is just my complete thoughts on the school because I don't see many reviews online on YouTube about the school. So I just wanted to give a guide to my successes and failures in the school while I was here. So first off, as I'm filming this video, I'm in my last day of Peru, but I decided to stay at this school for 2 weeks. So the way the school works is you can either choose private classes with one teacher and you keep the same teacher, or you can choose group classes. I decided to do a mix. So my first week, I did 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. of group classes with 4 other students in my class and one teacher. And then from 2 to 4 p.m., I did private lessons with one teacher. And then the next week, I did 11 to 1 with one teacher, private classes, and then 1 hour lunch break, and then 2 to 4 with another teacher for private classes. So that's just the route I went. I decided to split them up just to see if I liked group classes or private classes better. Now, in my opinion, you learn more in group classes because it's a faster pace. The pace, the class I was in pre-intermediate, but the kids that were in the other students in that class felt like, to me, they were upper intermediate, but I was in a pre-intermediate class. So I learned really quickly because the pace was moving extremely fast. Whereas in the private classes, the teacher, you start off with a conversation and the teacher hones in on the things that you're struggling with, and that's what you just keep repeating, and they just keep stabbing you with it over and over and over, that same information, until you become proficient at it, and then you move on to the next thing. So your growth is slower, but you're fine-tuning those small things, the grammatics, the structure that you need in order to be good and be proficient and use those for the next level. So that's just my take on it. Like I said, I had both. I definitely want to go back to learn more because I learned so much more. I did a total of 50 hours in 2 weeks of Spanish. 50 hours, very, very long time. I'm not gonna get into prices and all that. All that's online on their website. You can look at their website and find that. I don't need to go into all of that. I just need to go into the specifics. This is what you're here for. You want to know what it's about. First of all, so let me start off with the first day. So when you're online, you have to do a registration form. You have to take an online test just so they can get a general basis of your knowledge of Spanish. And then your first day there, which is usually a Monday, but your first day there, they give you a small test. Nothing's written, everything is verbal. It's a verbal test. It's a conversation between you and a professor or professora, just to get your general basis of what level you're at, so they know what class to put you in. This is for group class. Obviously, if you're private classes, you'll get the conversation and with your professor, and they'll start with what you were struggling with that conversation. But for group purposes, they needed to know if I was basic or going to be in pre-intermediate. So that's what you do, and then they put you in the appropriate class. So the way the levels work is there's a Basic 01, Basic 02, pre-intermediate, pre-intermediate 2, I think, intermediate, upper intermediate, advanced, superior, fluent. So I'm in pre-intermediate. So that's the thing. The only bad thing I can think of, the con to group classes, would be just because you're classified as basic or intermediate doesn't mean that specific group that they put you in is tailored to your exact learning. So for example, like I said, for my class, I'm pre-intermediate, but I felt like the kids in that class knew way more than me, and they were upper intermediate, borderline advanced, but not quite, because they were able to make and conjugate full sentences, whereas I can't quite make full sentences yet, but I know how to get my thoughts out and say words out of order to make a sentence, whereas they were saying full sentences complete. That's my issue. I know the words and what I want to say. It just comes out horrible because you have to switch your brain in Spanish. The soap opera for days on that. I'm sure you watching this, you probably are basic in Spanish. You're probably around my level, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you know a word and you know what you want to say, but you conjugate it wrong, you're not using the present tense, past tense, future tense, you're just jacking it all up. So preterite, indefinitivo, all of that. So when you get there, like I said, as far as the atmosphere, the teachers are wonderful. They're very professional. You don't have to worry about feeling belittled. You don't have to worry about the other classmates are professional as well. You don't have to, and there's lots of laughs and fun, but learning. You don't have to worry about feeling the pressure from your other classmates or the teachers moving too fast. If you have private classes, teacher's gonna go as fast or as slow as you want. Don't feel afraid to ask questions. They all speak fluent English, even though their accent may be some teachers' accent may be a little hard to understand, but the front office speak very fluent English, and some more languages than English. There's some teachers that speak like Italian and German as well. And obviously, of course, their Spanish is fluent because it's in Peru. Hopefully their Spanish is fluent. So you can definitely expect that. They're very warm and welcoming, help you out with anything. And then after Spanish, they pretty much every day of the week, I think, except lunes, which is Monday, they have martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and sábado as well, Saturday. An activity después de las clases, activity after your classes. If you choose, you can sign up. Some of them are free, some of them cost money. For example, they have salsa classes, they have a cooking class, they have like new orientation at a restaurant. There's like a trip on Saturday to like the mountains or something, Machu Picchu, I think. I think it was Machu Picchu. I'm not 100% sure because I didn't go to any events because I'm a loser. Call it what you want. But that's what you can expect. If you need something outside of school because you're bored or you don't know anybody here or whatever your situation may be. And also, they have homestays or apartments, which is affiliated through the school, where they will find you a Spanish family that you can stay with while you're attending school there, just to get the full immersion of the Spanish language that you're trying to learn, the full immersion. As far as students, you can expect people from everywhere. It's not just United States citizens there. There was some ladies from Japan there. There was some people from Germany, from Australia, from England. People are from all over the place trying to learn Espanol, which is wonderful. It's a muy bonito idioma. It's a pretty language. So yeah, that's all over it. But as far as my personal experience, there's the semi-intensive and then the super intensive, like I took. Super intensive, like me, was the group classes from 9 a.m. to 1, lunch break 1 to 2, and then private classes from 2 to 4. That's the super intensive. The regular or semi-intensive is just the classes 4 hours a day, whether that be group or whether that just be regular private classes for 4 hours. But my first week I chose to do 6 hours. Then my second week I did 4, just so I can a day, Monday through Friday for the week. They don't offer those classes on the weekend. So you don't have to worry about that for the weekend. You can have a break off for the weekend. As far as homework, some teachers give you homework, some don't. For example, I was getting homework in my group class, but in my private class, I wasn't for the first week. For the second week, I was getting homework with my first private teacher. For my second teacher, I wasn't getting homework. So, and the homework isn't horrible. It isn't a whole bunch like, oh man, I got to spend 2 hours outside of class like it's college or something to be good at my homework. No, it's not that much homework. It's just a comprehensive review of what you learn and just to keep you on your P's and Q's for the next class. As far as booklets and stuff, you get a book, a review book, with whatever the appropriate level that they placed you in, and there's good for that. As far as your teachers and stuff, if you like a certain teacher, you can request that teacher. If you don't like somebody, Lord forbid, I'm sure they can make amends with you. They're very helpful, very geared towards your success, like a school would be geared towards your success at learning. The culture, the atmosphere is wonderful. They have like a little coffee lounge, a little break room where you can buy snacks, you can get coffee, you can get tea, you can relax. The Wi-Fi is really good. For those of you who are from America, I don't know about other countries, but from America, I have Sprint, and Sprint is horrible as far as my data, internet, and my text messages here. So you need pretty much a SIM card. You have to get a SIM card in Peru and switch to their network in order to have good cell phone service here. But my Airbnb and the school had Wi-Fi, so I didn't need to get a SIM card because I just went to and from the places I needed to go to, and I didn't make any sidebar places, so I didn't have to get a SIM card because I didn't need internet any other place outside of the school or my Airbnb, which I spent majority of my time. As far as the neighborhood and stuff is located in, it's in Miraflores, which is a really, really good tourist part of the city. I didn't witness any crime or anything. I was extremely safe. There's a bunch of tourists here. I saw a bunch of Americans, a bunch of other people from other countries that were not Peruvians. Nobody bothers you, and the people leave you alone. Very, very safe. There are so many banks, restaurants, stores. Honestly, if you're a homebody and you don't want to leave or go anywhere, you can stay right in Miraflores and not have to leave or go anywhere else to get anything. I'm talking about food, clothing, supermarkets. There's a movie theater here. The beach is pretty close. Traffic here is horrible, so you might want to walk to everywhere you go. My Airbnb was 10 minutes away from the school walking. So 2 weeks of walking, Monday through Friday, to school and back from school. All the junk food I ate, like ribs and stuff, it's okay because I burnt it off because I'm walking a total at least 20 minutes a day to and from school. And also the building the school's in is on the 6th floor. So I took the stairs every day. I didn't take the elevator. So now I'm taking the stairs for six floors. So that's wonderful exercise. But now I'm just ranting, just giving you my experience. My Peruvian experience was wonderful. The food is amazing. You have to try. I'm not huge on seafood, so ceviche wasn't all that to me. But if you're like me and you like chicken, you have to try the pollo a la brasa. That is absolutely amazing. The carne de res from Longhorn is wonderful. Yes, they have a Longhorn here. There are Popeyes. I know you're like American food. Popeyes, KFC, McDonald's. I didn't try McDonald's, but the KFC's good. The Popeyes is amazing. It's not, the Popeyes is just, it's not super greasy, and it's just wonderful. It's tasty. But I'm ranting now. If y'all want a separate video on that and my experiences, please leave a comment, and I'll do a completely different video on just my solo experience as a traveler. Like always, everywhere I go, I am a solo traveler, and I just give my complete unbiased viewpoint on everything, because I'm not being paid. I'm not being not getting a subscription from anybody. I just want to help others like myself who are on the fence or just struggling on trying to figure out should they go or should they not go. I didn't attend any other schools in Peru. in Peru other than Peruwayna. So I don't know the other schools. I don't know their location. I just know where this school was, and it helped me. I improved a lot, a lot. I considered myself maybe upper basic, and by the end of this, I'm definitely by the end of my 2 weeks, I'm not at intermediate yet. I'm right under intermediate. I can definitely hold my own conversation. When someone's talking to me, I know what they're talking about. I can go to a restaurant, order anything, and know what they're talking about. Someone asks me for directions, or if I ask somebody for directions, I know where they're pointing me to or where to go, and basic stuff like that. I got that in the bag, and that's just from 2 weeks of just learning this language, 50 hours of learning this language. But like I said, I'll do a separate video on all that other stuff if you want to know the intricate details of it. But thank you for tuning in. I hope this helped you. And please, I read every single comment, every single comment. So comment if you have a question, a burning desire, let me know. I'll answer it. Have a wonderful day. Love each and every one of you. Take it easy. Bye-bye.